Hi, 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 hi. Happy Saturday to all of you. I know you're probably like, what's going on with your camera? So, my ring light decided to blow out. I don't think it's blown out, but some reason you turn it on, it doesn't turn on. So here we are. I told you, right? There's always some technical stuff with this show before it starts. And I have learned to still remain calm and enjoy the process. Lights or no lights, still talk. But I've turned on every light here in my office, and as you could tell, it's probably not as powerful as we want it to be. I also have a small light on the computer that is, trying to help out in every shape or form. But the main lighting system that literally brightens everything is decided not to function a few minutes to the show. So we will let it be. I think the devil understands that shoe or no shoe, we're still going to praise the Lord. Hallelujah. How is everyone? How was your weekend? I see a few people. That Dr. Cole Hardy. Hi. I thought you were actually traveling today for funeral, and she's still tuned in. Thank you so much. Miss Lucia, Miss Clarissa. If you're out there, say hello. Let me know you. I don't want to miss out anyone today. How was your week? How has your week all been? Mine has been pretty good. Exciting new things, and just grateful to be alive. To be honest with you, very, very grateful. Something hit me 2 days ago. Right, I do these devotionals on the Bible app, and I'm doing a devotional. It's the Bible in the year. So this devotional that I'm doing was actually recommended by a friend of mine. His name is Lawrence. And I was going through his text messages, and he said, "Oh, let's start this January 1." This was December 17 when he sent me the devotional. So I said, "Sure, we're going to start together January 1." And actually, he died 2 days after it. After he sent me the text that we're going to start this devotional. So every day when I have to do it by myself on the app, it just really sends me back to asking God, wow. It said many are the plans of a man, but it's the Lord that ultimately decides. He had no idea he was going to be gone 2 days after he said, "Oh, let's start this devotional on January 1." And I said, "Sure." And then I quickly downloaded it, and it's reality. So for me, when I wake up every day now, I learn to be thankful just for the fact that I'm alive. I actually just came from a meeting. You see me with my white shirt on. I actually had my blazer on as well. I love me a good white shirt and a navy blue blazer. That's me every day. And actually met with a beautiful, beautiful woman, a beautiful lady, and her mom was almost 90 something years old. And, we talked a lot about Shakespeare and all kinds of stuff. And oh my God, it was so refreshing. And I said, wow, to be at that age and so alert, like chit-chatting, we're talking literature and all kinds of stuff. I said, wow, this is amazing. This is really, I just tap into the grace. So I don't think any of us here is even 90 years old yet. So just grateful to be alive. And God is good. I actually made it right on time for the show. Just had to take off my blazer, and here I am. But I pray that your week has been well. I pray that God has been gracious to you. And I pray that whatever it is that's going on in your life, right? Even if you don't feel like you're winning, I pray that the peace of God will be upon your heart and let you know that with Christ in the boat or in the vessel, Methodists would say, you will always smile at the storm. So thank you once again for joining us. Derek, thank you. Jessica, thank you. And let's say a quick prayer, and then we're going to take a quick break. Today we have something very interesting to talk about. Wow, it is actually May 1. Did you realize that? I didn't until I started writing the date on one of my reports this morning. I said, whoa, it's May 1. Yes, it is May. And this May, we have a lot of beautiful topics for you. I have a few women that will be joining us starting next week, and then the week after, and the other week as well. So we have very interesting and intriguing things to talk about. And the show really is about the everyday conversations that you have, right? We're just getting to project it in a way that we can all take another look at the things that we so not, pay much attention to. So thank you once again. Invite your friends and loved ones. If you haven't done that already, please share the show with them. And I know that this month is going to be a month of divine manifestations in our lives, okay? Everything that has to happen will happen. Oppression must cease, strife must cease, sicknesses must come to an end, chaos must be halted. People need their peace to live. to live. We refuse to live in chaos. We refuse to live in pain and shame and whatever it is that is a burden in your life. We refuse to subscribe and succumb to the enemy. So thank God for your life. Father, we thank you. We bless you. We worship you and we honor you, O Lord. And we say that through it all, through the storms, through the battles, you have given us victory in every area of our lives. We bless you because you are God. We worship you because you are Savior. And Father, this moment, oh Lord, as we are about to chit chat and share, we are also thankful that today is May 1, the first day of the month of May, and the fifth month in the year 2021 that you have given us, oh Lord. It is just by grace. It is just by your mercy and it is by your everlasting love that we are even alive to see this day. So we thank you, O God, and we ask, Holy Spirit, that Father, you decrease us and you increase. Like this moment, oh Lord, everything that we are about to conversate about, it will be to reveal your love, your power, your grace, your strength, to encourage, to empower us. In the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. Amen and amen. Thank you, Derek. If we could take a quick break, we'll be right back. Hi. Thank you once again, Miss Hannah Arma. She said, this is my second time on your show, watching from London. I really enjoy it, and God bless you. God bless you too. God bless you too. Thank you so much. You know, this is so helpful. I used to get distracted by the comments, but now I'm able to read at least and turn it off and focus. And after that, we're going to get back on there. God bless you, Auntie Ruby. God bless you too for joining us. So today I wanted us to talk about something about moving forward, right? And I don't know about you, but sometimes it feels like you're marking time in life. Can I tell you how redundant our lives can become? Some days I look at my calendar for the week. I said, no, I can't keep doing the same thing every day. Something has to change. So I would even go in and plug in things in my calendar just to really disrupt my day a lot. Marking time probably is one of the worst things that can happen to somebody. Stagnation is what it is. Stagnation. There are days you feel so stagnated. Not even days. If you have spent the past 5 years at the same place that you are, something is speaking, and it is definitely not progress. Even people, however successful that they get, let's look at Bill Gates. I mean, this man can retire. He can retire. His children's children. See how many generations I want? Don't have to work a day in your life, and they'll be okay. But no, these men don't. There is something about staying busy that literally makes you a very slippery animal in the hands of the devil. He loves to get us so stuck and so comfortable. Because when somebody is stuck and comfortable, it's easy, you become an easy target. And a lot of us, sometimes we feel stuck. We feel stuck in work, in our workplaces, the kinds of work job we're doing. We feel stuck even in our Christian walk. Person has been going to church. I love it when I meet people and they tell me, oh, I've been a Christian for 40 years, 30 years. And if your life does not reflect, what shows that really you've been a Christian for all these years? If your life is still not reflecting the glory of God, what do you have to show for? And so we become very comfortable. We are stuck. We are stuck in relationships that we have no business being in. We are stuck in friendships. We are stuck in marriages. And when you get stuck, what start happening then, right? You feel like you're suffocating. Yes, you feel like you're suffocating, and you keep going round in circles. Round in circles. I mean, especially during this COVID season when a lot of people were stuck home. Room, TV, most people, that was their routine. Wake up in the morning, go back to bed late, wake up in the morning, watch TV, watch the show. Same thing. Over and over, not moving anywhere. Today, God says we got to move forward. Wherever you are, move forward. Even if you moved yesterday, let's move forward again. We got to move forward. There's something about forward moving that does not give the devil a hand to trap you down. And I've seen that play out all through my life, even when I was spiritually ignorant. Just a couple of days ago, I had a friend call me, and we've been going back and forth about something that's going on in her life. And then as soon as we talked, I said, you know what? Get your head straight on. Keep going. She's like, yeah. I said, yep. Let's keep going. Stay focused. Things will hit you from every angle. Things will hit you from every angle. And some days you're like, can't do this, but you have to keep moving. Our key verse for today is Exodus chapter 14, verse 15. And this one sentence verse, it sticks with me. I carry it with me. This was the Israelites. They had gotten to the Red Sea. They had gotten to their wit's end. When you get to the Red Sea, that's your wit's end. You drown or you die right there. And they were crying. And they started screaming at Moses. Oh, you brought us here to die. You did this, you die. You did it. It's like all they were doing was crying. Because honestly, they had gotten to their end. Here are the Egyptians. This is the sea. Either way, we ain't gonna make it. I don't know about you, but several times I have found my place right there. Myself in situations like, I didn't think I'll make it out. I said, this could be it. This one thing can take me out. Stress forever for the rest of my life or something. And Moses was telling God, God, you know what God said? He said, keep quiet. Why are you crying to me? You're stuck there. I can't do anything. Move forward. Move forward. And a lot of us, that's where we are. We're stuck. And why are we stuck? Because one, we give up too soon. We give up too soon. I am a culprit of that. So many times I felt like I can't fight anymore. I can't move anymore. I give up too soon. I used to. I would easily write people off. Block them. No call you, nothing. That was me. And you know what that stems out from sometimes? When you've just been through so much, you get to a place sometimes in your life, it's like, you know what? I don't have to deal with this. All right, fine, whatever. I give up. I go. I walk away. Because you think walking away, maybe it's probably peaceful. Giving it up is probably what's going to bring up peace. But we got to fight for what we want. We are afraid to fail. That's why we are stuck. I don't know about this. We are so afraid to fail. I tell myself and everybody I talk to, there is only one way out of failure. It is success. If people should tell you how many times they failed, you will actually embrace failure as part of growing up. Failure is actually what will take you to your next level. Failure. Oh, there are a lot of lessons to be learned in failure. We are stuck. Because one, we're giving up too soon. Two, we're just too afraid to fail. Nobody wants to fail. Failure is not a pretty thing. I don't know if you failed at anything before. I have failed at so many things. So many of them. Can't even count. It's not a good thing. But that is what made me better. That is what pushed me. Because sometimes if you didn't fail, I might never have known. Failure. We're so afraid to fail, so we are stuck at the same place. You don't want to change your job. You don't want to start over. Nah. And that's why half of us are stuck. We are stuck. You might think you're okay, but you're stuck. You're marking time around the same place. And we're also stuck because most of us are still living in the past. We are holding on to the past glories. Oh, this happened. Back then that happened. We hold on to the past trophies and medals. We're just holding on. The past is past for a reason. There's a reason why the past is never coming back. It's the present or the future. Nobody walks backwards. If that person does, they got a problem. We got to call a shrink. There's a reason why we walk forward. Because God does not even want us looking back. You can't bring back the past. It's over. We are stuck in the past. We hold on to resentment and bitterness. And one day we'll be blessed to talk about forgiveness or something. But we are stuck because we are holding on to some anger, to some bitterness. Holding on, trying to think that we are holding somebody captive. Or I'm going to stay angry at you forever. So we are stuck. We can't move forward. We ignore the lessons. Most of us, we just ignore the lessons. That's why we are stuck. Because we're making the same mistakes over and over and over again. I tell people all the time, I've made a lot of mistakes. One thing I don't do, I don't repeat them. I'll make this mistake, I'm gonna make that mistake, but I am not repeating the same mistake twice. I learned the lesson, correct it next time. The other reason why we feel stuck, we are not moving forward, is because we are so hard on ourselves sometimes. Have you seen people trying to put a cap on how far they want to get to in life? When there is so much more. See, one thing I learned about God, capacity. He gives you what you can bear. And when you start opening up yourself, He starts bringing you more. It's like you taking a glass of water to a river, glass to the river to fetch water. All you're gonna get is a glass. Now, if you showed up with the whole barrels, you will get barrels of water. We have to stop being so hard on ourselves. There's something called the imposter syndrome, loosely defined as doubting your own abilities. People get so successful, sometimes they start getting scared, especially high achieving people. And we start dimming our own light because we're afraid of what God can use us to become. So we get so hard on ourselves. And then why me? And why not you? In 2018, I had to undergo a major surgery. It was a life-changing surgery. It was the grace of God. When I tell you that when God's hand is on you, you could be doing the darnest thing ever, ignorant as hell. He'll still save you. And I was like, God, why me? And then just then, the St. Jude commercial started playing out on TV. And right after that was the Shriners Hospital commercial. Anybody who's seen those commercials, you have an idea. And then I started crying for the kids and their families in the commercial. So I was just there, tears boiling my eyes. I said, God, what did they do wrong? And then I felt a calm in my spirit. So it's like, so I'm supposed to undergo some surgery, and then I'm thinking God has been unfair. What about those children? Innocent toddlers fighting leukemia, cancer, life-threatening. And then I'm sitting here asking God, why me? In all my pomp and glory. And why not me? Why should I be exempted? So the why me syndrome keeps us right there. And you know what? Sometimes we sabotage our own dreams. Some people have a way of sabotaging their own dreams. Have you seen people literally going out of their way to screw up everything that somebody has built for them? Especially some of our young generation now. You look at the things that their parents toiled so many years for. The devil, I tell you not. He knows a good thing when he sees it, and his goal is you will never have that good thing. My kid brother, oh my God. And I say this to the glory of God as a testimony. We gave him everything. Do you know he finds a way to screw it up all the time? And God bless my mom. My mom was like, she should give up. And I understand her pain sometimes. I said, no, Mama, can't give up on him. So I took it upon myself. I said, you know what? It's okay. You're tired of praying. I'll take it on. And I started praying. He came home. He lost everything, lost his job, lost everything. He moved back home at almost 40 years. No guy wants that. I said, it's a good start over. And I have to share this testimony so you know that there's grace. And then I went straight out again. So I said, God, why did you allow him to go back in a few weeks when everything was panning out for him again? And then I started praying. And a destiny helper told my mother, tell him to write an application to my company, we'll hire him. Who doesn't want that? My mother called this man, well, I gotta call him a man now, says he won't come. And there's nothing hurtful, nothing so hurtful that you give everything to God and you give everything to a child or person, expecting them to do something. Like you toil to lay the foundation. When I tell you that the devil has a way of manipulating people to sabotage their own dreams, because it's easy if he uses somebody to destroy you. So he's going to use you to literally condemn your own dreams. And then we started praying. And I said, God, if you are God, show this, let him see you in a whole different realm. 2 weeks later, he shows up back home from wherever he went to. And his own confession, 2 days later, he saw himself in a vision. Can't share that. But the only person that walked out to save him was my mother. And God said, if you don't go home, you're going to die. So he ran home. And then he asked my mother, what do I do? This young man broke down. He's not young anymore, but broke down. My mom said, you got to reaccept Jesus into your life again. And now he's fasting, he's praying. He's doing everything, want to get back to God. He's writing letters to everyone that he's let us all down. And he's sorry. I said, no, you don't need to apologize. I know what it means when the devil sets you up to sabotage your own dreams. But there is a God. There is a good God. And sometimes we can feel very stuck because we sabotage our own dreams and everybody seems to be moving on, but we are not moving on. And do you also know why we keep marking time in our lives? We like to follow the masses. We like to follow the masses. Half of us are influenced by the wrong crowd. People who have no business being in your life. You dress a certain way because somebody and a group of people think you should dress this way. You you talk a certain way because somebody. Can I be honest with you? Most people can really give a damn about you. They really can. They don't care. They don't care. It's a human fact we try to ignore all the time. Act like no, a lot of people don't. They really don't. So if you think that you have to live your life to please somebody, I said this here before, I have zero desire to please any human being. My desire is to be my authentic self, to show love, kindness, and goodness, to let Christ be revealed in my life. When I meet people and we have to negotiate or talk about things, it's like, how can I take you, or what, like prove myself? I said, the only thing I could tell you is that I fear God. And because of that's the only guarantee or assurance I could give you. And I know it might not be enough for you because you've seen a lot of Christians abuse God's name. But me, I said, I fear God, so I won't hurt you. And because I fear God, there are things I'm not going to mess you up in this business transaction. See, it's not about you. It's about my standing with God. And I don't want to lose that. David said, take not your spirit from me. So I don't want to compromise myself in situations that will take the Spirit of God from me. I've told a few friends of mine, I said, listen, if you want to be a Christian and still go and hang out at parties and stuff, that's you. Don't expect me there. Do you know why? The way God admonishes me is not how he's going to admonish you. You get a pass. You probably can get a pass hanging out certain places. Can get a pass doing certain things. Every time, do you know that every time that I try to do what everybody else is doing, I was the one that got in trouble. And it took me a hard 18-year plus lesson for me to understand that, you know what? I can't keep living my life like everybody else. Things people do get a pass, I get stuck. So I've learned not to follow the masses. I don't care if you call me stubborn. I don't care if you call me, holier than, I'm not holier than thou. God knows I struggle with my own, this journey. It doesn't matter what you call me. I'm prissy, I'm this. I'm not going to wear something because it pleases you. No, I dress because I love to dress. Like, I love my red lipstick. I'm not wearing it for somebody. When I need to move, I'm moving. When I need to sleep, I want to sleep. But it's easy. Look, when you start living your life to please God, it pleases the right people. Pleasing God, you end up pleasing the right people. I know some people might not like it, but she doesn't want to hang out here. She doesn't want to do no. And it's so funny. I was actually planning to meet somebody for lunch or dinner yesterday, and I ended up canceling because the person picked a place. I said, I don't want to be here. Says, why? I said, I don't want to be in this environment. I don't like this kind of food. I'm okay. It's okay for me to know what I like and what I don't like. Can you just be yourself? Can you just breathe? When I step out and walk, I walk like nobody else exists in this world, just me walking. I don't go to the store. I see human beings. I say hello and all that. But I'm not paying attention who's looking at me, who's not staring at me. Confidence in the Lord. Stop following the masses. Stop living your life for others. They don't really care. They don't. Most people that actually act like they care, they don't. They call you every week just trying to really find out whether you're down to, falling flat on your face yet, or you're still around. Most people don't. They can care less if your wig is this way or that way. Very few people actually care about you. The people that will suffer the most when you are not around, they genuinely care. There are people that will literally suffer. They genuinely do. If you want to please anybody, please God first. We are too busy pleasing everyone. So we are stuck in life, stuck in situations. The next thing is I have on here. Sometimes we can't move forward because we feel too safe and too complacent. Too safe and too complacent. Too safe and too complacent. This is not good for you. Oh, but it's safe. You know God is blessing you. God is asking you to move out of that neighborhood, move out of this building, move out of this. Sometimes we feel too safe. Oh, but I'm saving maybe $1, and that dollar is probably God waiting for you to give you 1,000. We outgrow certain things. We outgrow. And what I've seen God do, when you stop moving, He moves with you. If you're sitting there, He cannot bring it. You're just sitting there, make a move. He was frustrated with the Israelites. They were standing there at the rest, staring at the Red Sea, staring at the Egyptians, and then crying, literally wailing. Oh my God, today we are dead. Today this is stop crying. Why are you crying? Move forward. Just move. Move and let me do what I got to do. When you're standing there marking time, I can't move. God is always moving. The Spirit of God, can you imagine if He came to your home and He just hang out by the wall, just staring at you all day? All day, just hanging out by the wall. He will be bored, so He's going to move on. When you call Him, He'll show up. You got to get busy. Safety will never bring you prosperity. I say this with everything in my heart. As somebody who has risked it all, falling flat on my face several times, I still got up, I still kept going. Do you know when COVID happened, wiped out my consulting firm because we worked for the hotel industry. 2 weeks after the lockdown, I started registering another business, getting into healthcare. My uncle was like, wow, you don't stop. I said, would you pay my bills then if I stopped? Gotta keep going. I said, God, I'm not gonna sit here and wail and cry. And God, why me? God, why would you do this? It's not gonna help me. All I'll do is I'll wake up in the morning, I'll still be crying with no money and food on the table. You gotta keep going. There's something that they say, when you're walking through fire, keep walking. Too safe and complacent. You know why? I think COVID even happened for God to just move me into certain realms, certain industries that I never thought I would even be in. Because maybe I was getting too comfortable where I was. It says keep going. And just starting this, it's a year, going through licensure, all kinds of stuff. I'm already thinking other ideas and things that has to happen. I said, it's not like I can't sit still or keep my brain at one place. I can. However, I'm thinking 5 years ahead, 10 years ahead. Oh, this we can add this on to this business. I can do this, I can do that. There is so much that we are capable of doing. But we get so comfortable and so safe and just get stuck to the one thing. When I see people tell me I've been doing this job for 30 years, I am not impressed. When I used to be a regional, whatever, I would not hire anybody that's told me they've been in their job for the same 10, 15 years. I'm not hiring you. Do you know why? You're definitely not ambitious. I ask myself, there are people I've met, I said, you mean you've been a receptionist for 30 plus years? I'll lose my mind. And no offense to anybody who has blessed you for that, I can't. I can't be doing be in the same role, making the same paycheck, staying in the same income pay grade for 10 years over my life. Hey, well, I got a lot of mouth to feed, So I have only one little boy, But I have a whole army of people out there that depend on me. So I got to keep going. So when you know what is chasing you, you got to keep going. And God blesses that. Complacency. Derek, can we read Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 6? We're going to read all the way to the 8, please. Now, the Israelites, after they'd gone through all the stuff, they were stuck at Mount Horeb. You know they had not gotten to Canaan yet, right? What did God say to them? He was sick, and he said, are you kidding me? That you guys have been literally circling this mountain. And when we talk about this thing, we're like, oh, the Israelites were on the mountain for 40 years. And now we look at them and wonder, oh, how could they be on there for 40 years? Same issue with most of us. Most of us we've been in the same situation for years, decades. We are not moving forward. So it's easy to sit here now and criticize the Israelites as if we've actually done something with our lives. We are not. Can I please assure you of one thing? Only the living can praise God. There is no hope for a dead person. It says even a tree has no hope. Until these eyes can't see anymore, until you take your last breath, get busy moving. Don't be so complacent. There is something called contentment. You see, Paul said, I know what it is to be content, to have more and to have little. But he wasn't complacent. Complacency is a very bad disease. There are days and I said, I don't know how to rest. Like when I wake up in the morning and I have nothing to do, as in something major tasking, I feel terrible and guilty. I said, okay, let me go for a walk. Let me come and read my books. Let me do this, let me do that. The Lord our God said to us in Horeb, listen to what he said. He said, you have stayed long enough at this mountain. You have stayed long enough at this mountain. Turn and take your journey and go to the hill country of the Amorites. You guys have stayed so long at this mountain. Too long. Turn around. Turn. Head north. Go up to the hill country. The hill country of the Amorites, and to all their neighbors in Arabah, in the hill country and in the lowland and in the Negev, and by the seacoast. Derek, move for me, please. Okay. The land of the Canaanites in Lebanon, as far as the great river, the river Euphrates. This is where I want you to get. See, I have set the land before you. Go and take possession of the land that the Lord swore to your father. If you do not move, you will never get there. Most of us, we've seen things in our dreams. We have had prophecy spoken over our lives. The thing is, if we don't get up and move, it will not fall on your lap. I am being serious. All it's going to ever be is a dream and a prophecy that never materialized. And it has nothing to do with God. It's like me saying, oh, God, I've heard all these prophecies that God says, I'm just going to sit here, hopefully wake up one day, he has $1 million in my bank account. Not going to happen. Get moving. Once you start moving, he's going to give you the ideas that will bring in the $1 million. He will start bringing you the things that will bring you what you need. You want to be healed, but you just want to stay in bed and have people wait on you all the time. Try. You see, there's something about our power, the power of the mind. Stop moving your body. Now, let's look at some things that we can do to keep moving. One, refuse to give up and change your thinking. I've heard this said of me so many times by people who know me. You're one of the strongest women I know. You're this, you're that. You know, you're this. Can I tell you something? I don't have much of a choice. When I was very young growing up, I told you I am my mother's only child, biological child. People wonder why I finished college, packed my bags, and left my country with a suitcase, showed up in America. And then when I tell them I'm a mother, such like, your mother should never have let you go. I was raised with a very different mentality. That kind of dada thing, no. When I was raised, when in my home, you couldn't tell I was my mother's only child. I tell you what, there was one day I got on the car, as young as I was, I traveled to Takwa to visit my aunts to really ask her, is my mother really my mother? Because she doesn't treat me any different. She didn't. With me, my sisters, which are my cousins, and we all grew up together. I couldn't tell. And she always tell me, she said, in this world, you only got one person that's good. And he's the one that's going to bring all these other people in your life. But know that if you fall flat on your face, you're done. I don't walk around in life with a plan B. I ain't got no mother sitting there with a stash of cash in her bank account. I don't have a supportive whatever. So I don't live with plan B. I don't live with a plan B. It's plan A. If plan A fails, I got to get back to find another plan A. People have plan Bs. I don't. Some days I wake up, I look at myself, and I'm literally amazed at myself. I said, wow, God, this is amazing. Because I got, like, if you don't come for me, I'm done. It is so important. It is so important. And can I tell you, coming to America, and Africans, oh, some of them are so good, some are horrible. When they know you're alone, I'm going to share something personal with you. Even when I started dating, men who know that you are alone, child, or you're alone, instead of them protecting you, they want to take advantage of you. So I became wiser. Maybe I became stubborn and stronger because I had to build walls around me. I had to build my wall. And some of them are surprised when you fight back. Oh, no. I'm not going down without a fight. I will not go down. You won't take me down. God has blessed me with a big heart, biggest heart ever. I will jump in front of a train for you. But I know when you want to take me down, and I'll fight you with my life. I refuse to give up. I refuse. You won't take me down. Sickness won't take me down. Yes. 2018, I walked into my PCP having a headache. And oh God, I gotta do this. I'm sharing something with you to encourage you, okay? And he said, she said, there's nothing wrong with you. Just go home and get some rest. I said, no, I know my body too well. I don't have a headache consistently for a day or two. That doesn't happen. She said, no, we're not going to do it. Go home, take Tylenol. I said, all right. But when I was walking out of her door, I said, Dr. G, can we try an MRI? She said, who told you about an MRI? I said, I don't know. I just had it in my voice to do that. She said, no, you don't need that. I said, can we just do it? She said, sure. I said, okay. So she booked me like a month later. Jesus. A month later, I leave DC, drove there, go get the MRI. The following morning, 7 a.m., I see Kaiser Permanente on my phone. I said, Shatsa. And then I go in, and then she said, well, the person called me. She said, you got to come see a neurologist. I said, why? She's like, I can't tell you anything over the phone, but you need to come in. I said, okay, I'll come on Monday. The whole weekend, my heart was in my hand. And I go in the Monday. Neurologist, Dr. Gupta, amazing lady. She checks everything. She said, I said, what's going on here, doctor? I've been here for 30 minutes. You've asked me to walk, do everything. I drove myself here. I'm sure you can see that. What's going on? She said, this is weird. I said, why? She said, this is very weird. So why did you ask for an MRI? I said, I don't know. And let me tell you, at that time, I wasn't even in tune with the Holy Spirit. That's why I'm telling you that this God, you gotta live with a clear heart and a conscience. Because there will be things that the devil is gonna swing at you. He's gonna hold it right back and push it right back away. You don't even know it. I was not in tune with whatever the Holy Spirit was called. I wasn't. I would say things. I would say my 5 minutes prayer every day. I'm good. I read my Bible. I'm fine. And then Dr. Gupta says, wow, that's interesting. Because they found that they made an incidental finding of an unruptured aneurysm. I said, say what? I have never even heard of the word. I said, what did you say, doctor? She said, yeah. She said, you can't fly, you can't travel, you can't do this. I got to send you to a neurosurgeon. I said, what? I said, Dr. Gupta, my son is going to be 1 year old. 1 year old in 3-4 weeks. I need to be there for his 1 year birthday. She said, I think you'll be. So I come home, of course. My mom had to go back to Ghana. She said she wasn't going to go. I said, no, you're going to go. I said, there are some battles that I have to fight on my own. And if you've taught me to fight, then I'm going to fight. So long story short, doctor says, I'm going to send your profiles out. There's one of the 5 best neurosurgeons in the whole country. He usually wouldn't take any patients from us. And then she sends my profile out, and the nurse calls me in 24 hours. I'm just sharing my testimony to get you to understand something about not giving up. So nurse calls me, says, you're a very lucky lady. I said, I don't believe in luck. I believe in bless. I believe in coincidences. I believe in divine orchestrations. She said, how come that this doctor has never picked up any patient from Kaiser? Picked you. And I went to see him, and he's one of those doctors that when he's coming, you got a whole entourage of students coming around him. I'm sharing my testimony today because you have to be encouraged. And then I walked into the hospital, MedStar Washington. There comes Dr. Rocco Amanda, one of the United States' best surgeons ever. He comes in, looks at me, says, this is pretty odd. I said, why? I said, you are a healthy, perfect patient. Starts going through my history, everything. He said, I cannot see how this can happen. But we have to operate. I said, you mean you're going to crack my skull? He said, maybe, yes. And then he told me the location. It's going to be a scar on my face. And then he said, but the FDA has approved a procedure. We're going to have to do a first procedure first to see if you qualify for it, to see the location. If it doesn't, unfortunately, we're going to have to do this. I said, okay. Did the first procedure. He said, listen, we could do the other procedure. Just that it's too risky. It's invasive. It's non-invasive. But we have to go through your femur artery all the way to your brain, from my thigh, with a catheter all the way to my brain. Scheduled surgery day. Went into surgery. I told my husband then, I said, if I don't make it out, if anything happens, take care of my son. But I will fight for the rest of my life. But I don't see what the devil did. At first, I said, I could come out a vegetable or I could come out whole. If I come out a vegetable, you pull the plug. And he was standing there confused. I said, you pull the plug. I already gave up in my mind. Now, if I come out whole, then God has won. And then my mom, oh, God bless her. She said, that is not the arrangement God had with me. See, for me, being sitting here, and I know that for some people, it may be the call of God. They felt something that they have to do something for God. They got to go to pastoral school and all that. No, 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 no. See, I was covenanted. My mom made her covenant with God. I had no business with it. She made her covenant. While I was an okay Christian, God realized that I was still not so in tune with the things of God. Do you know he had to take me through all that just to get my attention? And even after that, I still didn't learn much. So when people talk about this, I said, listen, the last thing God knows, I don't like to hear the word ministry. Even till now, I don't like to hear it. And then I'm sharing this because so many times he has told me, whatever you went through is a testimony for me to use, a platform that I'm going to use to inspire somebody, to encourage somebody. So yes, you are not a regular person I'm going to put up, pick up and, talk about me picking the Bible, reading to it, but I wouldn't do it. That was me. My life was okay. I was doing fine just by myself. Can you imagine the painful process I had to go through to get God had to get my attention through? That's why I tell people that, listen, when you have a chance to just serve God, if he calls you, obey. You don't want to go through half the things I had to go through. Long story short, I was like a little prop at MedStar Washington. I woke up in PACU, nurses, everybody, oh, you're the lady, I said, why are you all here? You're the miracle lady. I said, what do you mean? So, well, nobody walks into this place with your heels on to get surgery like you did. And actually, I woke up in the ICU. Everybody around me looked dead. And here I was with my face. I think I even had my makeup on. And so they will come in, the student resident, they will come in like, they were literally amazed. I was the only person alert, alive, reading, testing on my phone in the ICU. And can you believe I had to go through a surgery and I don't have a single scar on my body to show you that I went through this? And I kept it to myself for a long time. Of course, we don't like to talk about those things. 6 months later, they had to do a post procedure. Dr. Rocco Amanda, one of the 5 top best neurosurgeons in the United States, he was a former veteran. He's the one that fixes the veterans, VA, right here. When they come with their brains blown out, this man was the one that puts it together. Walks up to my bed. He looks at me. He said, it's like nothing ever happened to your brain. I said, so where did that come from? She said, I don't know. He's like, look at it. He shows me pictures of my own brain. He's like, this is like nothing happened. He said, I never have to see you for the rest of my life. You go ahead and be 100 years old. I said, thank you. And then I kept it to myself. But I tell you, when God is moving you, and bear with me today, we're going to go. But I want you to be encouraged somehow in your spirit. I was at Church of the Redeemer in the choir. And then one lady, Nigerian lady, oh bless her, beautiful lady. We were supposed to go on stage and sing. She's like, I didn't see you all summer. I said, no, I was busy. But I forgot to mention to you, before the surgery, the doctor said, you have 10 days to your son's birthday. I will make sure you're there for your son's birthday. I had that birthday in the park. Nobody knew. I had just walked out of the ICU 24 hours later. Actually, no, 2 days later. Nobody knew. Nobody could tell. I walked straight out of the ICU, came home, grabbed my laptop, started working again. No one knew. I was at the park, had a birthday, 1 year birthday, fun, animal, everything. Nobody had any idea. Except my family. So I wasn't sharing anything about it. This is what God does. This lady, we were supposed to we were on the stage. The lights were supposed to come on. The choir was supposed to sing. She wouldn't let go. I said, Oluchi, why are you so interested in where I was this time? She said, your friend Amel kept saying you were not around. But it sounded like a lie. I said, why were you bugging my girlfriend to find out where I was? I'm not the only person in the choir. Poor Amel had to literally give them excuse all the time. So I said, Oluchi, I went through surgery. This lady will not let go. Weird. And then she wasn't my friend. I don't talk to her. She was standing right next to me, both mic'd. She said, what surgery? I said, wow, how personal. How could you even ask me? So I was trying to throw her off. I said, Oluchi, I went through brain surgery. How about that? She said, where? Show me. I said, here, in my brain. She said, no. Show me. I said, I have no scar to show you. This lady, mind you, is about 5'11", holds my hand, starts shaking, crying on stage. And I said, oh my God, what is happening to her? She said, how do you get to live? And my brother dies a month ago from brain aneurysm. And nobody could save my brother. My brother died. And my mother hasn't talked for the last 1 month. I said, what did you just say? She said, nobody understands because no one has been through this. And why am I standing right next to you? We are supposed to go on stage and sing. And I haven't seen you at rehearsal for 2 months. And you are telling me you just went through brain surgery last month and you're standing here. My brother is dead. I said, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. God started using me to minister to her. She cried so much she couldn't sing. We had to go off stage. And even then, I still didn't know what God was doing with me. There is something about not giving up in life. There is something about changing my thinking. Listen, I walked in there. I was prepared for whatever. I told the devil, I said, listen, if this is what's going to take me out, fine. Now, if I come out too, then I'm coming out with a bang. Because I promise for the rest of my life to not let the devil get to me with any form or shape. Period. Oluchi begged me if I could see her. She didn't even have to beg. I said, can I see your mother? She said, yes. So I made an appointment, went to see her mother. For the first time, the mother smiled when I told her my story. She said, so God could have saved my son. Look at him. He has two little babies. He left them. I said, I don't know why God made me live. Like I'm walking here with nothing to even show you that I've been through this before. But I understand your pain. And so that woman somehow felt a little bit of encouragement again. As if that was not enough. A week or two after that, I had a dental appointment. And my hygienist at the dental office says the same thing. Liz, beautiful Caucasian American girl. And she said, oh, we haven't seen you, missed your appointment. I said, yeah, I had to reschedule. This young lady, 22 years old, would not let go. Kept asking me, talking. I said, I can't tell you where I've been. She said, no, you have to. I said, Liz, I went through surgery. She said, where? I said, oh, I had brain surgery. She said, where? I said, I can't tell you. I did it in my head. This lady pulls her ponytail. This is a 21-year-old hygienist. Oh, Jesus. And I'm sharing this with you because I didn't used to share it. And whenever God wanted me to push somebody, she pulls her ponytail, flips her hair to the front, and opens her scar. She said, this is what brain surgery looks like. Do you see the scar from here to here, Bina? I said, oh my God. I'm looking at a young woman with a crack to her. She said, this was 1 week after my graduation and 3 months to my wedding, Abina. So show me your scar. And I'm sitting in her chair. She's holding the cleaning thing for my teeth ready. And I start to cry. I said, there's something God is doing with me. And I don't even know what it is. Because everybody that persisted that I tell them, and I thought I was just going to throw them off to shut them up, had some similar experience. And God wanted me to see their scars. One is grieving. One has a scar for the rest of her life. And here you sit and walk around, riding your horses and all kinds of stuff.
You go horseback riding, everything, and one of the top best surgeons in the country is telling you it's like nothing happened. I don't even know why you came here. It's like nothing ever happened to you. May the Lord give you the same strength, the power, the courage. When you feel like you have a choice in life, sometimes God doesn't show up. May you get to a place in your life where you tell God, my only security is you. So Lord, it doesn't matter what I walk through, I refuse to give up. If God doesn't come through for you, I have nobody. So for people, maybe God is an option to other people. For me, I ain't got no option. I don't have any option. And I pray that that will never be your story. That will never be your story. You know why? Because I think God gives us what we can handle. But He's looking for people that the devil will throw things at you, will shoot a lot of things at you, but He wants you to be able to just stand. Can you be in the storm and stand? So when I talk about a healing grace from God, I'm not making it up. I'm not reading some book. I've been through it. I know what it feels like to be a miracle. I know what it feels like. That they give you an option. You're going to come back either. If anything goes wrong, you're coming out a vegetable. Blink one for two. Blink one for yes, two for no. This could be your life. If you don't fix it, that could be your life. But we have to do it, and you might walk away with a big scar to your face. And God said, I'm going to take you through. I want to show you something that I want you to see, that you can come out of this and not a single hair of yours lost. That's God. Learn. The second thing I want to tell you was learn to deal with disappointment. Do you know when I survived that, what happened to me? God attacked my marriage. God forgive me. It wasn't God. Satan attacked my marriage. After that, as if that was not enough. You know, sometimes I look at myself in the mirror and said, you know what? One person, how much more can I take? And some days I will just pull my comforter over my head. I say, God, I'm not coming out of this comforter. He said, oh, you will. Get out. Get out of this comforter. Get out of this comforter. You will get out. Come on, get out of here. Get out of the comforter. I look at my life and say, God, at 41 years old, I've experienced everything that anybody shouldn't. So maybe you give me a pass. Let me just hide here. He says, no, get moving. Keep moving, Nabina. You don't get to sit down and cry. You don't get to do these things. So no. So the people that think, oh, you're strong, you're this. No, I ain't got an option. God didn't give me one. He didn't give me an option to sit here and throw pity parties. He didn't give me one. He said the storms are going to come. Satan is going to swing his arrows. But you cry, wipe your tears. Get up, keep moving. Learn how to deal with disappointment. Learn how to deal with it. We get so stuck because someone disappointed you. You wanted the marriage to go some way. It didn't go. A relationship, a business deal, whatever. Are you dead yet? No. As long as you have life, anything is possible. The only person there is no hope for is a dead man. When you're dead, there's nothing that anybody can do for you. You can be you useless. There is hope as long as you're breathing. And that is why it's so important. We take this for granted so much. You wake up in the morning, you can get on your feet, your 2 feet. You can get up on your 2 feet, you can breathe, you can walk, and then you sit idle. Sit idle, like do nothing with your life. You can't do that. You can't do that. Find your pace in life. The next thing we have to do to keep moving, we have to find our pace. We have to find our pace, but you don't stop moving. If somebody says, oh, I've seen a lot of, images that get posted about a tortoise, some people will fly, some bird will do this, but even the tortoise will eventually get there. Yeah, you get there 100 years later. You will get there 100 years later. Find your pace. It cannot be a tortoise pace. But move and challenge yourself. This is my pace. Can I stretch myself a little further? Can I move this? Can I do this? Can I do that? I'm always looking for room to stretch myself further. Find your pace, but keep moving. Keep moving. Don't mark time. If your pace is just sitting still, then that's a problem. Find your pace, but keep moving. Find your pace. Don't dance to anybody's rhythm. What is your rhythm? The best side of you is when you know your own strength and your own weaknesses. I know my weaknesses. I know I have learned them. I know who to avoid, things to avoid. I say, God, this thing right here, if I get so close, I might be in trouble. He says, my grace is sufficient for you. And my power is manifested in your weakness. Can I tell you, even just this Monday, a discussion literally threw me off balance. And my mom would call me. She was praying. Oh, God bless that woman. And then she immediately changed the prayer. She said, God said, gird yourself up. I said, hey, when did we move from she said, God said, tell her to be stronger. I said, God really doesn't recognize everything that I've had to deal with. He's still telling me to gird myself up, like gird up, gird yourself up, battle up, move on, let it go. This person doesn't want this, no need to negotiate, let him go. So I woke up, I said, okay, God says I should get up, gird yourself up and move on. Be adaptable. Sometimes we have to be adaptable. See, adaptability is not a bad thing. And I share this because you know why? We very badmouth the chameleon, right? But the chameleon, God gave him that ability to adapt to his environment, not to deceive people, but to be a protective mechanism around the chameleon. Do you know if the chameleon does not turn himself or his skin doesn't change to the tree or whatever, the prey and the predators can actually catch him and destroy him? So be adaptable. Change course. The vision does not change. The process sometimes has to change. Change course. The worst people you can ever live with or build a life with, tunnel vision people. This is it. This is what I'm doing. This is where I'm going. I'm not going to turn right even when there's a car coming. I'm not going to swerve right just to save myself. No, I'm going to go head on collision. Worst environment people you can live with. You can't be tunnel visioned all the time. The vision doesn't change. The process could change. Do you know that's how God deals with us? His word doesn't change. But if God said that you have to bless me with something and you refuse, because he doesn't force things on you, he has to go and you find somebody else who's willing to bless me. He might be wanting to bless you with $1 million, but you might be thinking, okay, this is what God does, this is how he is. No, he changes his style every time. Be adaptable. If God says move from a big house into a 1-bedroom apartment, can you trust him enough to do that? Because I want you to stay here for now and then move over here to this. Situations change. They shouldn't be your end. Things will change. The people that we so much love will disappoint us. They will throw everything at us. Be adaptable. Change your mindset. It doesn't mean I have a plan B. It just means that I can't stay in the same place of pain for too long. You got to move on. Can I also share this? Do not, and I want to say it with all the heart in me, Do not make another human being your sole God. You can't replace God in your life. And I've seen a lot of people who become so dependent. And that is especially for us coming from Africa. There are people, when your father dies, you're done. So many children couldn't go through education, couldn't go through so many things because the man of the house literally was no more. That does not have to be the story of your children. Learn and grow along with the person that's in your life. Grow together. Make yourself knowledgeable. If you can work, work. If you want to work, work. It's okay to build things for yourself, build things for your generation. You know, two are always better than one. That's what Ecclesiastes said. Don't make somebody your all in all. Because that person is a human being. As long as we exist in this human body, we are fallible. We are fallible. And there are some of you, there are people that like to play God in your lives. Don't allow that. Your pastor cannot be your God. Your husband cannot be your God. Your mother cannot be your God. Your father cannot be your God. If not, we'll stay babies forever. There will be no point in anybody growing. We'll still be babies and we'll be nursing all the time. There is a way to love and there's a way to mature. Finally, I want to share. Contend for the graces of God to manifest in every area of your life. All this is not possible if God's hand is not in it. You can run, you can fly, you can do whatever. But if God, the grace of God is not upon you, you are on your own. You will be on your own. So whatever grace that is not working or speaking in your life, you can only move forward by the power of God. Not your education, not the money, not the intellect. Can I tell you, I came back from a meeting today. I met one of the most now powerful women in America. And when she told me what she used to do, I said, oh my God, you're the one I used to read about in movies. But the humility, just sitting there chit-chatting with her, I said, wow. God can put you in places where you never thought you would be. So move forward. Let him know that you actually desire to move forward. If you're sitting still, he can't speak. I mean, he'll speak, but you'll not even hear. It's like people coming around to give us stuff. You get up, move forward. Wherever you feel stuck right now, say, God, give me the grace to move forward. If it's in your health, move forward. Make a step. Make one more step. Say, God, this thing is not going to keep me down. I've told myself, I said, Satan, as long as my destiny is concerned, you will be frustrated. One, I'm never giving up. Two, I will not bend to you. And even if God doesn't come, I still won't give you what you want, which is my life. You won't give it. You won't get it. There are certain things in my life I've told God, I said, God, even if you don't do this for me, I'll still worship you. I'll still love you. I'll still be gracious unto you. But I know you love me enough, so you will never put me in any situation that I cannot come out of. Let that be your prayer. Tell Satan that until you close your eyes to the world, you're going to get busy for God. You will get busy for God. And it is not by might, it is not by power, it is by the strength of God. Move forward. Make a move. Stop giving up. Every little report you get from the doctor is not the end of your life. Cancer, bring it on. Fight to the T. Fight till there is nothing else to fight for. Don't give up. Can I tell you, I could have been easily frustrated with the amount of technical difficulties that we run into just to even do this small broadcast. But I got to a place I said, it doesn't faze me anymore. If you took my food, whatever, you take whatever from me, it doesn't faze me. Why? Because I'm pressing forward. Like Paul said, pressing forward. Because I know that the situations and the things around can keep me stuck right where I am. Maybe your goal is to stagnate me. Maybe his goal, Satan's goal, is to, I'm going to really make this crush you. The many times the devil thought I should fall flat on my face, and I didn't. And I myself, I honestly thought I was going to fall flat on my face. I didn't somehow. Because right down inside the spirit, there's a spirit that refuses to give up. There is a spirit in me that knows that a quarter to my shame, God will show up. And he has. And I leave you with this. As you contend for the graces in your life. Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 11. Derek, if you could pull it up, that's great. If not, I can read from here. It says, I have observed something else under the sun. And I'm reading I like the New Living Translation in this one. Beautiful. He said, the fastest runner doesn't always win the race. And the strongest warrior doesn't always win the battle. So let's just get that clear. A lady cried because the brother died. Another lady pulled her hair to show me her scar. The fastest runner doesn't win the race. The strongest warrior does not win the battle. Even the wise sometimes go hungry. Have you seen a lot of smart people that are so broke all the time, can't even afford food to eat? And the skillful are not necessarily wealthy. Every skillful person you see out there is not a wealthy person. He says, and those who are educated don't always lead successful lives. Need we talk about that more? How many educated people do you know that are still living average or below average lives? He says there is something called time and chance. It is all decided by chance, by being in the right place at the right time. I'll add, with God. So whatever situation you are in, you can move forward with God. Have the heart of the desire it in your heart that I'm going to move forward. And God will move you forward. May the Lord bless you and keep you. I pray that the mighty God of Israel will put a hunger in you, will stir up something in your life that will cause you to not get stuck at the same place. I pray that the Lord above, that whatever situation that the devil meant for you evil, that you will not give the devil the upper hand to sit there and feel sorry for yourself all the rest of your life. But you're going to turn it around and say, Satan, you meant this for my evil, but I tell you what, God meant this for my testimony. There is no test without a testimony. You want a miracle, you have to have a mess to see a miracle. You have to be at a broken place to see a miracle. May everything that is contending in your life, may the Lord use that to propel you to greatness. May that job loss be the thing that pushes you to start your own business. May that health loss be the thing that helps you to sit down and say, Lord, I'm going to take charge and control of my life. I will live a healthy life. I refuse to die. May that thing, that testimony, like I was sitting on mine for so long, May that be the thing that actually propels you to encourage and lift somebody, and that you can actually lay your hand on someone and you tell them you are healed, and they will know they're healed, because I'm speaking from a place of grace. That the same grace that healed me is the same grace that will heal you. And it's not just words. May the Lord cause you to move forward. That when you're telling somebody, I know what pain looks like, and they don't believe it, you share your testimony and it props them up like, wow, if you made it through this, I can also make it through this. We got to stop being so, little. We want to live, mind our own. God, you start living small, God has no use for you. He doesn't like small things. He's a big God. He's very gigantic. You want to just do your own small thing in the corner, you're going to stay right there in the corner. For me, I don't want anybody to know about my life. No one will care when you're dead and gone. Your tribute, they take it to their home, they even toss it. Get busy. Get moving. Get moving. Today, I convinced myself. I met a 90-something 5-year lady. We're talking Shakespeare. I said, God, until the day I close my eyes, may I never lose my memory. May I not even have dementia. I want to be reading like this lady. I want to be wearing my 2-inch heels. I want to be sitting in the boardroom at 96 years old. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. That's me. I want to wake up in my pearls, put on my little beautiful thing, and sit there and still be conversating with mine, even at 90-something years old. My grandfather was 107. I've shared it with you. My grandmother was 104. I'm going straight for 104. You can join me or you can stay there. God bless you. God keep you. God perfect everything that concerns you. Next week, Saturday, is the day before Mother's Day. I have another lady joining me, my friend Nana Prampa is going to be joining me actually. And we are going to lift up women who do not have children, who desire to be mothers. Mother's Day is a joyous time for so many. A lot of women also stay in their bed and cry the whole day. So why don't we get together and lift them up? Love you all. Thank you. So sorry we went overboard today with time. But I had nothing else to say than something to let you know that you have it in you. Keep going. In Jesus' name. And if you are not part of our church, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, channel 5112, or subscribe to the Facebook channel. And also, if you want to connect with us, please email woman2woman@gmail.com. And then we have a ton of upcoming shows on our EMC TV, which is at EMC Maryland. And my blog is still ongoing. You can read about it. And also, I encourage all the young women professionals and business owners out there, join the African Women's Professionals Network. You will be blessed. And I want to go down the list and quickly say thank you, Miss Clarissa, Miss Hannah Alma, Auntie Ruby, Miss Rosa Marte, Margareta Ejnam. Oh, Dr. Paulina, I can't believe she's she's traveling and she's still tuning in. Auntie Nana, I found your name now. Christina Odro, I know you now. Daniel from Canada. Hi, Miss Catherine, how are you? Congratulations to your boy. I saw you posted it on Facebook. Haven't had the chance to say hello. Jessica, thank you. Thank you. Pastor Ralph, please join the Throne Room Experience every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Blessing there. Go there for impartation. So join him right there. Auntie Mercy. Oh, Auntie Charlotte, beloved. Auntie Nana, Auntie Abba. I miss that fried rice. You know it. You know it. Jacqueline Naharis, how you doing? Auntie Charity, Miss Mary Cobold. Oh, God bless you all. If I missed anyone here, I apologize. Auntie Lucia, how are you? Miss Monica Solomon, Alice Corley. Oh, my goodness. Miss Sarah Ajo. God bless you. God bless you. Love you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful, super. Oh,
How can I miss you? Hey, Jemima, kisses to the boys out there. Thank you all so much. God bless you. Have a great day. And I promise next week I might have a better lighting system. I'll promise. God bless you, all right? Thanks, Derek. Bye.